How you doing, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to M.A.D Reactions. Thanks for joining me. So tonight, we've got a crazy video from Creepy Vids. I tell you, they are brilliant. They've got some seriously disturbing content. So if you like that sort of freakiness, please check them out. Creepy Vids. Please go to his channel, check him out, subscribe, leave your notifications on, and then bingo, you're there to grab the loot. Also, if you haven't subscribed to us, please do so. It's all free, and then you become part of this crazy asylum thing that we like to call it, where we're all mad, hence the name. Well, it's Michelle April and Damien, but you know what I mean? It's if you're on that level, come on to our level. We'll all be on the same level together. Lovely jubbly. So that this is 6 most terrifying videos from around the internet. It's a bit of mixture of all sorts of crazy stuff. Obviously, if you've seen us before, you'll know that I watch this fresh review, so I haven't got a foggiest. I ain't got Scooby-Doo what's going to happen next. So we'll just jump onto this, yeah? As I say, 6 terrifying videos from around the internet, all over the globe. So let's have a go. Let's have a little look-see, shall we? Right, Creepy Vids, check them out. Seriously, bloody really good channel. And they've got some bonkers content like this. All right, ready for this? Let's check this out, ladies and gents. Come on!
It was just after 5 p.m. on November 4th, 2025, when the skies above Louisville, Kentucky turned from ordinary to unforgettable. The air was calm, the sun had already dipped below the horizon, and thousands of workers at UPS's Worldport hub were preparing for the night's outbound flights. Among them was UPS Flight 2976, an M.A.D. 11 freighter bound for Dallas-Fort Worth. A standard route, a routine takeoff. Nothing unusual. At least, not at first. On board were 3 experienced crew members, all veterans of the freight world, accustomed to the long nights, heavy cargo, and split-second precision that define aviation logistics.
No, this reminds me of the film Castaway. Brilliant.
The aircraft taxied, engines humming steadily, its lights flickering across the tarmac as controllers cleared it for takeoff from runway 17R. Moments later, Flight 2976 lifted from the ground, climbing smoothly at first, until a deep mechanical roar shattered the stillness. Dash cams and security cameras from nearby captured the instant something went terribly wrong.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Shit! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Yeah, run, mate. Shit! Oh my god!
Ебать, все загорел.
¡Oh my God!
Ay,
¡Corre
pinga.
para atrás, papi! ¿Viste? Te lo estoy diciendo, Dios mío.
Jesus. Look at that, my lord, mate. Oh, shit. Oh my god. Bloody hell. I mean, just imagine just sitting having your lunch. What? Oh, flipping hell. Oh, flipping hell. I've never been on a plane, ever. Ever. I know it sounds, I know, I'm an idiot. I know I'm an idiot, but, they reckon it's the safest way to travel. Yeah, okay. Okay.
The plane pitched left, its climb faltering. A bright glow appeared beneath the wing, and then a piece of the aircraft seemed to break away.
What?
Within seconds, it was clear. The left engine had separated from the wing.
Oh my god.
At over 150 knots and only a few hundred feet above the ground, there was no time to recover. The jet veered sharply, banking low over an industrial area near the airport.
Bloody engine come off the wing, man. Seriously, how does that happen? Eh?
For a split second, Headlights on a nearby road illuminated the descending silhouette, a massive shadow against the city lights, before it disappeared behind the horizon.
Wow.
Then, a blinding flash, a wall of fire, and silence. The footage caught it from different angles serves as haunting proof of just how fast disaster can unfold. In one, you see the aircraft's lights streak across the frame. In the other, a fiery bloom engulfs the skyline, followed by the faint echo of the explosion seconds later. All 3 crew members on board lost their lives, along with several people on the ground. Dozens of nearby workers and residents suffered burns and injuries as flames tore through warehouses and vehicles in the area. It was one of the most devastating aviation accidents Kentucky had seen in years. Investigators from the National Transportation Safety Board arrived within hours. The cockpit voice recorder revealed a chilling detail: a continuous warning bell sounding just after takeoff. That tone lasted until the final moment of impact. The flight data confirmed what many suspected: catastrophic mechanical failure during the most critical phase of flight attention quickly turned to the engine pylon, the metal structure that connects the massive turbofan to the wing. When it failed, the aircraft lost both thrust and balance in seconds.
Could you imagine, like, them poor guys, or them, the poor pilots and that? They know that's that. You know your game. You know, if you're a professional like they were, you know, you're going to be a professional in your game. You're going to know what the coup is when you look out and you see chaos like that. You know it's it, don't you? You know that's it. You ain't got much. It's not as if you can jump out the window, is it? Bloody hell, poor guys. Seriously.
Engineers and investigators began dissecting every bolt, every maintenance log, every past inspection in search of what caused the detachment.
How can that happen? Surely there's some sort of, you know, if an engine is just going to fall out of a wing, surely when it starts up, it's going to start rotating a bit odd. Don't they get checks before they go back out on another flight or something? You know, that's what I would have thought.
In the aftermath, UPS temporarily grounded all MD-11 aircraft, a fleet that had been the backbone of their long-haul operations for decades. Aviation experts across the world called it a wake-up call, a reminder that even in one of the safest eras of flight, aging airframes and human fatigue still carry risk.
Hence why they should all be checked after each and every flight. I mean, I'm not no professional when it comes to airplanes. I've not even been on one. But surely, that is just, isn't it? Well, that's what I thought. That's what I think. You know, I think after every flight, a bloody plane should be checked to make sure it's all good. You're putting people, you know what I mean?
For the people of Louisville, it wasn't just a headline. It was a sound that cut through the city, a flash that turned night to day, and a story that will live on in the memories of everyone who saw it happen. The footage, those brief dashcam clips, tell what words can't. A routine takeoff, a burst of light, a moment when the world's largest logistics hub came to a standstill. Flight 2976 was supposed to be another quiet cargo run. Instead, it became a stark reminder that in aviation, the line between routine and catastrophe is measured not in minutes, but in seconds. After this tragedy that came from the air, we now move to one unfolding on the ground, where a child's cry replaces the sound of turbines. Quick interruption. If you're enjoying this video, why not hit that subscribe button?
Done it already.
We're on a mission to hit 400,000 subscribers, and when we do, 4 lucky fans will win a free Creepy Vids hoodie. Right now, 65.1% of you watching haven't subscribed yet. It's completely free, and your support helps us make even more awesome videos.
Certainly does.
So don't miss out. Subscribe now, and let's get back to the video.
Come on.
It happened on a quiet Sunday afternoon in Brandon, Florida. The kind of day when the air feels still, when nothing seems out of the ordinary. But inside one home, that calm had already shattered. At around 2 p.m., emergency calls began pouring in. A domestic disturbance, a child in danger. Deputies from the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office raced to the scene, unsure of what they'd find, but aware that every second could mean the difference between life and death. When they arrived, they learned that 27-year-old Mario Camacho had barricaded himself inside a bedroom with his 7-year-old brother. The officers could hear the boy crying for help from behind the door, They tried to reason with Camacho, calling out for him to release the child, but there was no response. Inside the room, he had armed himself with a knife and was wearing a motorcycle helmet and 2 tactical vests, layered with ballistic plates. The tension reached its breaking point when deputies forced entry. Body camera footage later showed the chaotic moment inside, a confined space, a terrified child, and officers trying to stop a tragedy from unfolding.
Don't hurt the kid.
When Camacho refused repeated commands to drop the weapon, Deputy Antonio Gonzalez made a split-second decision that saved the boy's life.
Got to do what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do, I suppose, haven't you? Especially when you're an officer, you don't get much of a choice. Do you know what I mean? It's like, you got to do it. You haven't got the time. You ain't got like, oh, well, think about it. Got to do it. Got to do what you got to do. Oh, text. I mean, honestly, right, I'd take my hat off to him. I really do.
Camacho was rushed to Brandon Regional Hospital, but did not survive. The child was rescued unharmed and placed in the care of family members. In the days that followed, investigators revealed that Camacho had a history of mental illness and prior domestic violence charges. The sheriff's office described the incident as a tragic reminder of how unpredictable domestic situations can become, how quickly they can escalate beyond reason or control. Deputy Gonzalez was placed on administrative leave, as is standard procedure during such investigations. Behind the headlines and the official statements, what remains is a story of fear, heartbreak, and impossible choices.
As I said earlier, you know, the choice he has to take is protection, you know, and it's horrible for anyone to be put in that situation to have to do what he's done. He didn't want to do that, obviously. He's just protecting the kid and being the officer, you know, the law officer. Honestly, though, all your officers out there that do your job day to day, I take my hat off to you, seriously. Especially the ones all over the world, that, you know, I mean, in England and that, yeah. But the ones that are dealing with firearms and things like that, seriously, man.
A young deputy forced to act in a moment that will stay with him forever.
Staunch.
A child who witnessed something no 7-year-old should ever see, and a family now left with questions that can never be fully answered.
And by his
It's a
own
moment
brother
that speaks
as
to
well.
the fragile balance between life and tragedy,
Bloody hell.
where help
Mate,
arrives in time, but peace is already gone.
family like that, you don't need enemies, do you?
From a
Bloody
child
hell.
rescued just in time to
God.
one who wasn't so lucky, we head into the small town of Pleso, where curiosity turns literally electric.
No.
It was supposed to be an ordinary summer evening in the small Polish town of Pleso, the kind of night when teenagers wander out with nothing but time to waste. The rain had passed, leaving the air cool and damp.
What are you doing?
A few friends, between 13 and 16 years old, were walking together toward the park.
So there's all of them, every single one of them have no brain in their head. None of them at all. They're not even got a brain cell between them. I mean, to go up one of them electric... I mean, everyone knows you don't go up there, didn't you? Surely. Oh, God, surely.
Their laughter echoed down the quiet path until they came across the tall silhouette of a high-voltage pole standing against the gray sky. At first, it was just curiosity. Someone joked about climbing it. Then one of them grabbed hold of the lower bars, and another followed. Soon, a few of the kids were halfway up, treating it like a harmless game.
Do you remember the advert back in the day when the kid kicks a football up or the frisbee? Jimmy!
A test of courage, but the higher they went, the closer they came to something none of them truly understood.
No.
15-year-old Łukasz was the most reckless. When he reached near the top, just a few feet from the power lines, he stretched out his hand,
What are you doing?
as if to prove he could touch what others feared.
What are you doing?
The flash came instantly,
Dead.
a blinding burst of white light, then silence. The current arced through the air before his hand even reached the wire. The shock threw him backward, his body twisting as he fell 10 meters to the ground. The others froze. One screamed, another called for help. They watched, powerless, as their friend lay motionless on the forest floor. An ambulance arrived minutes later, and miraculously,
What?
Łukasz was still alive.
Wow.
The electricity had burned his arms, thighs, and hands, and the fall had fractured his spine.
Oh,
But he was breathing.
Shit.
Doctors later said that the rain and the damp air may have saved him.
You
The moisture
stupid
had
little
diffused
sausage.
some of the current, and the forest floor had softened the impact. On a dry day, or from a greater height, the outcome would have been fatal, without a doubt.
Oh my God.
Local officials called it a miracle, and a warning. The manager of the power station said he had never seen something like this before.
No.
The pole carried over 15,000 volts,
Oh my
enough to kill instantly.
Had to turn his skin to nylon, man. Jesus Christ almighty.
He explained that short sleeves, humidity, and chance had all aligned to spare Łukasz's life.
Wow.
But it was luck, not safety.
I'll tell you what, mate, if that was my kid, cool, man, I'm telling you, you get a smacked ass, that's for sure. Things like that, though, you would have thought, because it's such a dangerous thing. I mean, in this country, I don't know, obviously, like, by the looks of that one, they don't. But in this country, things like that have, like, you couldn't climb up even if you wanted to. You can climb up to a certain thing, you know, and it's like a netting, like a big chained up netting sort of thing. You ain't getting into it. And it's for that reason, to stop idiots acting like sausages and becoming one.
That night, the news spread across the neighborhood. Parents were shaken. Teachers spoke again about summer safety, about danger and consequences. But for the kids who stood beneath that pole, the memory would never fade.
Yeah,
The
ain't gonna do
light,
that.
the sound, the moment when play turned to horror. Łukasz survived, but the lesson he left behind runs deeper than electricity. It's about how fragile life is when you
It's just absolutely nuts. How yeah, go on then, John. I mean, bloody hell, mate. Wow. That's literally one of them ones. Well, if I told you to jump off a cliff, would you? Crazy, isn't it? Seriously. It's kids on school holidays, right? They've got nothing else to do. Because there isn't much. Well, apart from sitting in front of a computer or playing on their bloody phones or climbing up electric pylons like that. You know? When I was a kid, there was youth clubs and we had things to do. We made things to do. It's just kids seem to have a blank brain nowadays.
youth meets danger. How
Unless it's
quickly
got a
one
computer,
dare,
ain't it?
one climb, one careless challenge can change everything. Now, from a spark in the sky to metal colliding on the asphalt, we move into a crash caught at the very edge of survival. Every day, millions of cars rush across highways, engines roaring, lanes shifting, lives moving in parallel lines. We trust the rules of the road, the precision of motion, the thin white stripes that separate order from chaos. But all it takes is one wrong move for that order to collapse. In this clip, a man stands at the edge of a busy street, filming. He waits for a break in traffic, just another moment between calm and noise. But then, everything changes.
What are you doing? Sweet! Jesus Christ, John! Oh! Shit!
A car drifts from its lane, slowly, almost deliberately, moving closer toward where the man is standing. And before there's even time to react, another vehicle, speeding from behind, slams into it. The impact erupts right in front of him. Metal twists, tires explode. The crash unfolds at his feet, missing him by mere inches. For a second, you can almost feel his breath catch. That silent recognition that fate had just spared him. The cars continue to skid and shatter across the asphalt. No one seems to know where this happened. I searched for any trace. Police reports, local news, social media posts. But there's nothing solid. Some say it took place in Saudi Arabia, but there's no confirmation. No date, no names, no story behind the lens. Just a fragment of chaos, shared and reshared across the internet, stripped of its origin but impossible to forget. Accidents like this are frighteningly common.
I mean, I don't understand. This geezer slowed down and then sort of speeded up.
A single lane
Speed
change,
it up, and
a
then-
moment's distraction, a flash of speed, and the geometry of motion turns lethal. We like to think the road is predictable,
Nuts,
that other drivers will follow the rules,
Bloody nuts.
that our instincts will save us. But sometimes, survival is nothing more than timing. For the man behind the camera, it was luck. Pure and terrifying luck. One step forward, 1 second earlier, and the story would have ended differently. Instead, he walked away while 2 cars lay crumpled in front of him, a living witness to how fragile safety truly is.
I mean, what was he doing with flashing the lights, telling him to go? Well, it looks like to me that he was stood on the side of the road like, as if he was trying to cross. The geezer was slowing down. Go on, mate. Go on. And then put his foot down. You know, that's what it seemed like.
And as you watch the clip,
Honestly.
frame by frame, you realize this isn't just a crash caught on video. It's a reminder of how quickly life can shift from routine to ruin, from calm to catastrophe, all in the blink of an eye. Now, after this one split second on the highway, we look to another in the sky, where the flash doesn't come from headlights, but war. It begins as a single point of light in the sky, faint, distant, and almost beautiful. To the camera, it looks like a star, glowing softly against the darkness over Tel Aviv. But it isn't a star. It's something far more dangerous, something traveling faster than the eye can truly follow. Within seconds, that glimmer starts to move. Slowly at first, then faster, growing brighter as it falls. And then it hits. No sound, no warning. Just an eruption of light on the horizon.
Oh, no.
It's one of the clearest videos ever recorded of a ballistic missile making impact.
Oh, bloody
A chilling
missile.
glimpse at
Bloody
modern warfare
hell.
from the perspective of an ordinary
Oh,
night
my
sky.
goodness.
Shit.
This was filmed during Iran's retaliatory strike, known as Operation True Promise 3, part of a wave of missile launches aimed toward Israeli territory. Experts estimate that depending on the type used, the incoming warheads could have been traveling anywhere from Mach 7 to Mach 12. Speeds so extreme that the human brain can barely comprehend them. For context, that's up to 9,000 miles per hour, faster than a rifle bullet, faster than sound itself. By the time you see it fall, it's already over. The missiles involved may have included Iran's M.A.D. and Qadr-1 medium-range ballistic systems.
Look at that. I mean, seriously. We should live in a world where this isn't even, they're not even made. Honestly. You know? I don't, obviously, you know, who does agree with it?
Or possibly newer designs like the K-Bar Shekan and Haj Qasem, weapons engineered to reach hypersonic velocities. Some analysts even suspect the use of the Fatah-1, a next-generation glide vehicle capable of maneuvering through defenses at unimaginable speed. Even with Israel's advanced multi-layered shield, Iron Dome, David's Sling, Arrow, several of the warheads reportedly penetrated and struck their targets. It was a sobering reminder that as missile technology evolves, so does the challenge of stopping it. What makes this footage haunting isn't just what it shows, but what it represents. The reality that in the modern age, war can come silently from the edge of space, faster than sound, faster than reaction. One moment, the sky is peaceful. The next, it's not.
Do you know what war is? I'll tell you what war is. It's 2 or 3, 4 people think they're bloody big and they got access to whatever. It's like, you know, it's like battleships. It's my you know, it's just, it's crazy crap that's, you know, I'm going to do you, you're going to do him, I'm going to do, you know what I mean? It's just, it doesn't prove anything and it doesn't solve anything. It's just, what about the innocent people? Right.
It's easy to forget that behind every flash of
Shocking.
light on the horizon are lives, cities, and people, hoping the next impact doesn't come closer.
This is nuts.
The technology is
No
extraordinary,
reason for it.
but the consequences are terrifying. And as tensions rise across the region, one can only hope that what this video captured becomes a warning, not a preview, that the night skies above our cities stay filled with stars, not fire. From fire that fell from the heavens to one that spins just above the ground, we move to a helicopter landing gone fatally wrong.
War. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Totally bloody nothing.
Every day, helicopters rise and fall through the skies, symbols of luxury, power, and speed. They glide over cities, jungles, and oceans.
As I said earlier, I've never been on a plane. Certainly haven't been on a bloody helicopter. But I might possibly get on a plane because if I need to go on holiday, so I've got to get on one. Unless I get on a boat. But, you know, one of them, nah, ain't happening. Not for nothing. No, not a chance.
Landing on
Got
rooftops,
more chance in flying to the moon with an egg up your ass and getting me on a helicopter.
private estates, and helipads across the world. To most, they represent progress, a tool that turns hours of travel into minutes. But with every landing comes danger.
I'd rather walk
What
on my
looks
knees.
smooth and effortless from a distance is, in reality, a precise dance between man and machine, one mistake away from disaster. And online, a video began to circulate that demonstrated exactly that. It shows a group of people standing far too close to a helicopter as it lands. Among the group,
What happened?
one man begins to walk forward, calmly, as if unaware of the invisible blades spinning above him.
No.
In the next instant, everything goes wrong. A sudden, violent impact. The man collapses. Screams cut through the sound of the rotors. The video ends before you can make sense of what just happened. I searched for answers. Accident reports, local news, anything that could explain what was captured that day. But there's almost nothing, just speculation in comment sections. Some claim it happened a few years ago, around 2020 or 2021. Others say it happened more than 7 years ago, and that the victim was a wealthy Latin businessman, a man who owned the helicopter himself. Whatever the real story is, one thing is certain: a simple step forward, and in less than a second, his life was gone. Experts say rotor blades can spin at more than 400 revolutions per minute, their tips moving faster than the speed of sound. They're almost invisible to the human eye, and one misjudged step is enough to turn routine into catastrophe. Each year, a handful of people are killed this way: pilots, passengers, even bystanders who underestimate how wide the danger zone truly is.
Jesus
The air
Christ,
pressure,
I'm
the
gobsmacked.
noise, the dust. It can all create a deadly illusion that the danger is further away than it really is. Perhaps that's what happened here. Maybe it was confidence.
It's just a bit of a close shave. Bit of a too much of a close shave, I think. I mean, bloody hell. I mean, actually though, thinking about it, right? If you was to get out one, obviously you got to duck down, didn't you? But I mean, where he was stood, like, they got to be come down pretty low. I know they're gonna at the front, I suppose, where it's Jesus Christ or bloody mighty, mate. Oh, hey, you know, just
Maybe a distraction.
Wow.
Maybe the simple belief that he still had room to move. Whatever the reason, this short clip
I
became
thought
a
it was-
tragic reminder that even in moments of luxury and control, life can shatter in the blink of an eye. We may never know his name, the exact location, or what led up to those final seconds. But one thing is certain: the helicopter that was meant to carry him became the very thing that ended him.
Jesus. I actually thought when I first looked at that and I first saw that, I thought, I don't know, maybe it was just, I don't know what it was, what I thought, to be honest. My first thoughts were it'd been shot. That's what I thought. But then I thought, well, why would... Wow, man. Wow. Well, I think, you know, I don't need a hat anymore, will he?
And in those few haunting frames, we're reminded how fragile the line truly is between power and vulnerability,
Bloody
between
hell.
control and chaos, between life and death. That single
It's
step
not
ended
having your-
one life,
it's not
but we
using
step
your head.
inside another, where the
Literally.
sound of a turning handle replaces the roar of blades.
Do you know what it is? It's bloody phones, right? I tell you what it is. It's bloody phones. It's people. You see people all over the place, right? You see them wherever you go, whatever you're doing during the day. You see this. Walking down the street, crossing the road, standing next to the road, wherever they are, they're like this, all the time. Not what's going on there. It's they're on this. Don't you find? That's what I think. All the time, all the time. It's bloody bonkers, people. You know, crazy.
It was 1:20 a.m. when Lily hit record. She was home alone, scrolling on her phone, when she heard it. The sound of someone at her front door, the slow turn of a handle, the faint rattle of metal against wood. At first, she thought maybe it was a neighbor or the wind, but then it happened again, deliberate, steady, like someone trying to open it from the outside.
Go for the spy hole, man. You not got a spy hole.
You can hear her breathing quicken as she films. The room is dimly lit. The only sound is her phone's microphone picking up those terrifying movements on the other side of the door. A few seconds later, the video cuts, and the next clip shows footage from her surveillance camera.
Oh my god.
It captures a man dressed entirely in black. His hood is pulled tight, face hidden, his movements strangely calculated. He lingers near the entrance of the building, scanning the area before disappearing into the apartment complex. No words, no sound, just the eerie hum of the camera picking up the quiet of the night. Lily posted the video on TikTok soon after. She said she'd share updates about what happened next, whether he got in, whether the police were called, but she never did. The video stopped there, leaving millions of viewers in the dark.
You didn't call the police. So that's the thing, you see. People get frightened and they don't call the old bill. Well, you should call the old bill, really, because, you know, it could be an old elderly person that the little shitbag gets into the house, you know. Got to stop these fools, man. You got to stop them. So if you got a chance of getting them, get out of the way, like, getting them done, getting them, you know, do it.
Did she confront him? Did he leave?
Thieving bastard.
Did anyone ever find out who he was or what he wanted? No one knows. The comment section filled with theories, some worried, some skeptical, but no one ever got an answer. The clip just faded from the algorithm, leaving behind a feeling that something wasn't right. Imagine lying in your bed that night, the one place meant to be safe,
Yeah, right.
and hearing your door handle move. The sound of someone trying to get in while you sit frozen, phone in hand, recording what might be the most terrifying moment of your life.
I mean, she's got a phone in her hand. Doesn't have to look for her phone. Just ring the police. You know what I mean? We've got a weirdo outside trying to break into my house. End of. You know?
We still don't know who that man was or what his intentions were. Maybe it was a mistake, the wrong door, a confused stranger, a coincidence. Or maybe it wasn't. Maybe he knew exactly where he was going. And that's what makes Lily's video so haunting. Not what it shows, but what it doesn't. Because sometimes, the scariest part of a story is not knowing how it ends. From fear behind the door to fear on the roadside, we move into the last story where...
It is horrible, though. It's a horrible thought, you know, of the fact that, you know, you're just sitting in your house, you're chilling out, you know what I mean? Or you're laying in bed, you know, or you're at work and the missus is at home with the kids or something like that, whatever your situation, and you just, you know, you're thinking to yourself, bloody hell, that's why everyone's got cameras nowadays. You've got cameras everywhere. The whole bloody world's Big Brother style now, because you get arseholes like this that think it's okay to break into other people's properties and just help themselves. Seriously. What's wrong with it? What is wrong with it? I mean, I know this stuff's been going on for a long time, but, you know, like, it's just bloody...
Compassion itself might be the trap. It starts like any other motorcycle clip. A quiet road, the rumble of the engine, and a lone rider cutting through the open air. But within seconds, the tone shifts. Up ahead, a woman stands on the roadside crying. Her shoulders shake, her face hidden in her hands. The biker slows down and pulls over. You can hear the concern in his voice as he asks if she's all right.
You good?
Probably a setup. A setup, mate.
What's going on?
I'm really afraid of my boyfriend. He's kicking things and threatening to burn my back.
Do you want me to take you somewhere? Alright. Is he driving? Where's the car? Alright, come on.
Come on, get on the bike, we'll drop you off at the old bill station.
Okay. Where do you live?
I live in Tennessee.
Tennessee. Alright, I'll take you into town.
Yeah, I just need a hotel or something.
Alright. Here, put this on.
You have your wallet with you?
No, it's in my bag.
Through her tears, she tells him she's scared, that her boyfriend threatened her, that he'd been shouting, kicking things, and that she didn't know what to do. The biker listens, trying to calm her down, trying to figure out how to help. It's one of those moments that restores a little faith in people. A stranger stopping to help another human being in distress.
Yeah, that's all good. You know, I would do the same, and I'm sure you would as well. However, there have been so many times where this poor lady could be, crying, oh, I'm so blah, 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 blah. And it's a setup, you know. People just come out the bushes, and it's getting to the point where you think to yourself, what do we do now? Well, nowadays, because of all this and all that, what do we do? Do we actually stop and help people? Or do we just keep going? You know, it's getting to that ridiculous stage. That's what I call it.
Stress.
Bloody ridiculous.
But what makes this video unsettling isn't just what's seen, it's what isn't. The clip ends abruptly, right after that conversation. The uploader promised to share a second part, to explain what happened next. But that update never came. Part, to explain...
What's that there then? That someone over there, do you reckon? It looks like something down there, that's what I've been looking at. Oh, there's a geezer here, look, there, and there.
In what happened next, but that update never came. Days passed, but nothing. Just silence. In the comment sections, viewers began to speculate. Some feared the worst, that it might not have been what it seemed. In recent years, a disturbing tactic has emerged in parts of the world, where individuals stage emergencies or distress on the roadside, pretending to need help, only to lure good Samaritans into ambushes or robberies. It's a cruel exploitation of human kindness, one that makes people hesitate to stop when someone truly needs help.
Yeah.
Whether this woman's story was real or something else entirely, we may never know. But the uncertainty is what makes the video so haunting. The moment felt genuine, raw emotion, fear, a stranger's compassion. Yet the unanswered questions linger long after it ends. If it was real...
I'm telling you, I was bloody right as well. Look, there's a person stood just there. Watch.
Yet the unanswered questions linger long after it ends. If it was real, then that biker might have saved someone from a dangerous situation. If it wasn't, it serves as a chilling reminder that even kindness can carry risk. In a world where so much is captured but so little is known, this video stands as a reminder of both the power of empathy and the importance of caution. Sometimes, what we see on the road isn't just a cry for help. Sometimes, it's something darker hiding behind it.
Yeah, a setup. It's bloody wrong. It really is. But hey, you know, obviously, you know, you're kind people, you're lovely people, and you're going to stop to help, especially a lady out in the middle of nowhere crying her eyes out. That is just that's an absolute definite. You're going to stop, innit? Or a child, or even a man, I suppose. You know, it depends. You know, people think, oh, automatically, oh, you're not going to pick that person up as a hitchhiker because you've heard of all the stories, the crazy stories, or etc., etc. And it's got to that point now. It's like, do we stop or not? You know, do we stop or not? I mean, if you stop, it could be where you're actually helping the person. All good, all good. Or you pull over and you stop, and you get jumped on, you know, and you get threatened for money or for whatever, you know. It's a real predicament, isn't it? It's a real predicament. Because obviously you want to do the best thing. You want to do the, you know, the caring thing of a human being. That's what they do. That's what we do. Well, that's what we're supposed to do. However, I know what I would do, and I would stop. If it comes on top, it comes on top. I know that my conscience and all that, you know. What would you do? Let me know what you would do. If in a situation, if you were driving down the road and if you saw someone that needed help for whatever reason, I don't mean like in a car accident or something like that, someone just like that, standing on the side of the road, by the looks of things in tears, and looks like they've just jumped out of the car, or, you know, what would you do? Would you stop, or would you carry on driving and just report it? I'd like to know what you're going to do. Well, not what you're going to do, what you would do. Leave it in the comments below, yeah? Right, my lovelies, look, I hope you enjoyed that. I really do. Let me know what you thought. As I say, Creepy Vids are bloody crazy content. I've done a few Creepy Vids, and they really have got some bonkers stuff. They truly, truly have. But look, let me know what you thought, okay? And I'll have another one out for you tomorrow, all right? We're getting closer to Christmas, so, you know, I'll do a few up to the weekend and stuff, and then Christmas time, obviously, we're going to go live on Christmas Day twice, actually. We're going to go live sort of late morning, sort of 12-ish, you know, and say hello to everyone who's on there, who's going to be alone at Christmas time, and later on in the evening, sort of like 6, 7 o'clock-ish, you know, so just in case, again, anyone's been on their own, and just for different time schedules, timings, you know, for people around the world, you know, could be 12 o'clock here in the afternoon, it could be something somewhere else. So we're going to try and do it so it's afternoon time wherever you are in the world, or evening time wherever you are in the world, okay? So we don't like the thought of someone being alone at Christmas. No one does. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. So if you are alone, you got nobody, please don't be on your own. Please come and say hello to us. And you know, honestly, sort of person I'd just carry on talking to you for hours. So it could be a long thing, all right? So I'm certainly not going to leave anyone alone for Christmas. Definitely not. Definitely not. But till then, I'll have another one out, all right? Each day as I can, all right? So yeah, right. Till tomorrow, peeps. You take care of yourselves, all right? Take care of each other. Stay blessed, stay safe, and stay scared, all right? And thanks for joining me. I really do appreciate it. I really, honestly, I truly do. And please, if you haven't subscribed already, please do so. It's all free. And as I said earlier, you know, become part of this crazy assignment we've got going on. And honestly, we've got some beautiful people. Really have. We've got some lovely people out there that are subscribing and members. Honestly, love you all. Love you all to bits. All right, my lovelies. Listen, I'll chat to you tomorrow, all right? You take care of yourselves, right? God bless. Have a brilliant evening, whatever you're doing, wherever you are. Stay safe, right? I love you loads, peeps. God bless, all right?